Moving through the seasons. There's something about winter that invites stillness. The air feels heavier, time seems to slow, and even the light stretches differently across the day. I used to resist that pace shift. I'd keep pushing through my to-do list, thinking that slowing down meant losing ground. But each year, the same lessons came back to me. Our bodies and souls were never meant to move in constant motion. Movement and rest were designed to work together, like inhale and exhale. One sustains the other. A few years ago, I remember one particular winter afternoon. I was determined to get ahead of my schedule, cramming in workouts, errands, and recording sessions, trying to maintain my momentum. But my body felt heavy, my energy low, and even the things that normally felt joyful began to feel like tasks. That night, as I sat by the window watching snow fall, I realized I had been treating movement as a performance rather than a partnership. That's when I started asking a different question. Not how much I can do, but what rhythm does my body need right now? Science tells us that our bodies thrive on rhythm. The heart beats in patterns, our lung breathes in cycles, and our immune system even follows daily rhythms, releasing certain protective cells at specific times. This is the body's circadian defense. But long before research gave it a name, God wove rhythm into creation itself. Genesis paints a picture of divine order, light and dark, day and night, work and rest. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 reminds us, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. That includes movement, its seasons of effort and its seasons of ease. When we honor that design, movement stops being a chore and becomes an act of worship. It's not about sculpting the perfect form, but about caring for the body that carries us through the world. Even modern physiology echoes this truth. Moderate movement strengthens the immune system, but constant overexertion weakens it. Our bodies are quite literally built for balance. A daily walk, gentle stretching, or mindful breath work nourishes more than our muscles. It steadies our nervous system and strengthens our inner calm. That balance mirrors the way we're meant to live, steady, responsive, attuned to both effort and ease. If I'm honest, stillness has always been harder for me than movement. Slowing down feels like surrender, and surrender can feel uncomfortable. But every time I push through fatigue or ignore the quiet tug to rest, I notice my joy fade a little. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 15 says, "In quietness and trust is your strength." It's a strange kind of strength, isn't it? The kind that doesn't clench or control, but releases and receives. That kind that knows that rest and movement are not opposites, but partners in healing. There's a beauty in that paradox. How simple walk can clear the mind, or how stillness can renew energy more deeply than striving ever could. It reminds me of a truth both science and faith affirm. Healing happens when the body feels safe, when cortisol drops, when the nervous system quiets, when we stop fighting our limits and start honoring them. The same God who calls us to move also calls us to rest, because he knows both are needed for wholeness. Movement then becomes less about pushing and more about participating in the grace already at work within us. When we think of faith and movement, we often picture grand gestures, crossing seas, climbing mountains, running races. But sometimes faith looks like lacing up your shoes for a 5-minute walk when you'd rather stay curled up on the couch. James chapter 2, verse 17 says, "Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." That doesn't mean we hustle for worth. It means we live out what we believe through small, consistent steps. Each gentle act of movement, stretching, walking, breathing deeply, is a way of saying, I believe this body is worth caring for. Movement, in that sense, becomes an embodied prayer. When you move, you're not strengthening your muscles. You're participating in the gift of creation. You're reminding your heart that life is itself is motion. Tides rise, leaves fall, lungs expand, and through it all, there's a steady rhythm of grace beneath the noise. I often think of it like this. Every step, every stretch, every breath becomes a reminder that healing isn't always about doing more. Sometimes it's about doing what you can with love and consistency and letting God handle the rest. So if you're listening feeling weary or unmotivated, take this as your gentle nudge. You don't need a perfect plan to start moving. You just need permission to begin. Take a slow breath with me. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And let these words be your prayer tonight. Lord, thank you for the incredible design of this body, how it moves, how it heals, how it responds to care. Teach me to move in step with your rhythm. When I rush ahead, slow me. When I hesitate, remind me of your strength. Help me see movement not as striving, but as partnership, with my body, with creation, with you. May my steps be ready, my breath deep, and my rest secure in the knowledge that you go before me and within me. In you, I find both motion and peace. Amen. Wherever you are in this season, remember this. Movement doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. Your walk, your breath, your quiet moment of stretching, it all counts. Because wellness isn't about doing more. It's about being more connected to the one who sustains you. Until next time, may you move gently, rest deeply, and walk daily with God's peace.